Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Mars October Rants. Today I wanted to make a rant that's very similar to a couple other videos that I made. I talked about arguing and why it's pointless and stuff like that, and why I don't argue with people. I try not to argue with people. But I wanted to talk about debating today, and debating and arguing are kind of the same thing. I guess debating is a little bit more respectful and formal and professional, because arguing is just a little bit, I don't know, it's not as professional, but I wanted to talk about debating and how I feel about it. Okay, first off, I wanted to say that I feel like debating a lot of the time isn't really worth it, because a lot of the time debating is just trying to prove that you have the upper hand and that you have more information. And, a lot of the time debating is just two people thinking that they know more than one another. And that's not always the case, Some people can know more than others, and then in different areas, and it may seem like they know more, but they really don't. And, a lot of the time when you're debating somebody, they will throw out ad hominems and they will attack you personally and not attack the point that you're making, or address the point that you're making. Because, see, that's another thing about debating. I brought it up. Attacking people is not debating them. And a lot of the time when you're in a debate with someone and they start attacking you, you know that you won. So, because, my dad was encouraging me to go on debate forums, and, Discord has debates. They have debate nights, and they have, Discord servers where you can debate. I wanted to debate about Israel and Palestine, and I wanted to debate on abortion and Roe v. Wade being overturned and stuff like that. But I always knew that if I tried to debate that the person would I've debated before on this application I use, and there's rooms and people talk and people have debates, and it always went to hell. Everyone always just started over talking each other during the debate and getting personal and stuff like that. And, it's kind of like what I said about arguing. The other person isn't going to just agree with you and totally think that you're right just because you say something, They're not going to just automatically convert and think how you do. And that's really what debating is. It's literally trying to change someone's mind. And I never really saw a reason for debating. Granted, like I said, I've done it before, but a lot of the time debating was just a big waste of my time, because, again, like I said about arguing, they're not going to change their mind. They're not going to, adapt to your mindset. And, a lot of this is going to sound similar because I talked about it in the arguing one, but maybe some people will never listen to the arguing videos, and this is the first one they're listening to that's kind of similar. So, and like I said, one of the big reasons I don't, because I don't want to sit in a fucking debate with someone for an hour and a half, and all they're doing is insult. Sometimes I'll listen to debates, and all they're doing is insulting each other and bringing up personal things, and not even if they're insulting each other, but they're very hostile and very aggressive and angry, and that's not what a debate should be. I've seen actual formal debates, on TV and stuff like that, where they have to be professional. And it can be great. If we lived in a perfect world, debating would be really fun. And I'd actually I'd enjoy it. Sometimes it's about having a conversation and exchanging ideas and gaining new perspectives and understanding things from someone else's perspective, which is great. But also, a lot of people debate for the wrong reasons. They're debating to change someone's mind. And I don't think that you should debate with the, motive of changing someone's mind. I think you should debate, and you should, try to let them see your side of the situation. Try to make them see how you see things and maybe adopt a new perspective. Not completely change their views, but see things from your perspective and make them understand information that they didn't have going into the debate. That's really what a debate should be. It really, in the end, it really needs to be about, letting people see things from your perspective and making them truly understand and accept it. And, not try to push everything on them and make them think the way you want to think. If we just debated with the intention of letting them try to see our understanding of the world and how we see the world, and have them have a basic understanding and have them learn something from it and be respectful and considerate and not insult each other. Like I said, debating would be amazing, but that's not usually what debating is. It's a lot of childish bullshit, and I'm going to make a debate about how people are just extremely immature nowadays, but that's most of what I want to say. Debating on paper sounds great, but a lot of the time you'll find it's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your time to debate with most people because they just don't really know how to debate. A lot of the times they're not prepared. They act like children. They'll leave the debate when they're losing. Like a lot of childish behavior, which I am going to make another episode on. So look out for that about immaturity. And thank you for listening to this episode of the Moors October Rants. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.